Hello everyone, Rituro here with another episode of My Life in Silver League. That's right, we are back, and as promised, here is how the draw shook out for the Canadian Championship. We ended up drawing the Montreal Impact, and FC Edmonton gets Toronto FC. Again, many hiccups with the way MLS is portrayed in Football Manager 2014 is it does not take MLS seeding into account when determining who plays whom. It is purely random draw, so we get Montreal. Meanwhile, the rest of MLS has been doing decently, and by decently I mean not too well. As you remember, on opening day, first kick, a 2-all draw against TFC. We then went away to the Atlanta Silverbacks for a friendly, lost that one 2-1 with, as you can see, a mostly academy trialist kids lineup. Just seeing how people perform. And then came back and drew Columbus 0-0 in a fantastic defensive effort from YP Lee, Ante Yazik, and Victor Bernardes. Unfortunately, we then followed that up after a nice long break with a 2-0 loss at BBVA Compass Stadium, where we completely fell down on defense. So, good to know. Kobayashi ended up with an own goal there. Not so good. Then, however, we did follow that up with a nice positive here. A 2-1 win away again against Chivas USA. Jask, again, did not do so well here. But Jimenez got a goal. Kenny Miller with the other goal. Great work from the front. Let's actually take a look at this one and see how it played out. As you can see here, notable not in the 11 anywhere is Nick Ledgerwood. I realized that, I'm going to own up. I paid money for him. He did not perform, and I had to make the embarrassing decision to cut him completely and unreservedly because he just was not working out. However, nope, that's one of our waiver draft players. We'll check the transfer wire in a bit here. We'll see how the moves have been going, but let's just take a look at the Vancouver Chivas match and see how this 2-1 win came about. I should point out that the latest patch for Football Manager 2014 has been released as I record this. It does include the January transfer updates, so I am, hopefully, once we get all these updates done and play a little bit, my next episode, we will go and just start up a fresh game and see how the rosters look according to 2014 into Football Manager 2014. Should be always fun to look at. I did that last year with Football Manager 2013. Had a look and see what Football Manager thought of the draft picks, Hurtado and Mane. Be interesting to see where we are this year. I mean, as you can see, some good possession play here from Vancouver as we look for that first goal, which is always nice to see. Playing this, basically mimicking Carl Robinson's 4-2-3-1 here. And having better success than I did with my weird 4-5-1 formation. Jimenez with the goal from a tight angle beating Kennedy. As you can see, it was definitely a well-crafted move. And I love the payoff there. Some excellent passing play. It's funny to see all these names come up. I'm like, how much of my starting 11 actually still plays for Vancouver? No. Well, to be fair, Jimenez I signed and he never did to begin with. Miller, yes. Kobayashi, no. YP Lee's retired. Rusin, no. Good defensive play by DeLune. A good last-ditch attempt to keep that ball out of the net. Unfortunately, right back with it is Vancouver, and Miller gets into space and rifles it top 90. And again, this is only after 38 minutes, 2-0 up. But again, this game finished 2-1, and certainly you always got to panic a little bit when you see that 2-1 goal come in late. Though not to say we didn't have our chances here. So O'Brien, however, does give the ball away to Bowen, who gets a great shot off the crossbar. Thank goodness there. That would be the one time Chivas did hit the bar. And I'm so glad they did. However, that's as close as they would get in the first half. Off to the second half now. Incident of note here, as Luis Camargo, who was gets a nice ball forward to Miller, who also hits the crossbar. That was Vancouver's one crossbar. Could have been 3-0 at that point. At that point, the game would have been just basically done. But because it didn't, Chivas stayed in with a shout, and they did get their chance here. Farfan manages to get into the area, dances around 2 defenders. Jazik brings him down, but the ball comes back to him courtesy of Jackson, who from the middle of the area is brought down by Jazik. That's a penalty. Not going to get away with that twice, Jazik. And up, they say it's harsh, but I gotta say Jazik was lunging quite a bit there, probably deserved. And El Cubo Torres, already on a yellow card, makes the penalty count. That gave Chivas hope, but that is as close as they would get. Although this hit those corners close. Bocanegra and Minda connect, but some fine defending from Vancouver keeps the ball out of the net. And that is how the game would end. Anibaba doing his part to preserve the 2-1 lead as the time ticks down. Yes, Jordan Harvey, member of Chivas. There you go. That is the end of the game. 2-1 for Vancouver. And we move on from there. A 0-0 draw with San Jose away ends the 3-game road trip. And now we come home to face off against Real Salt Lake. Not going to be a fun match. As I promised, let's take a look at the transfers window here, or at our transfers, and we'll see how we've been doing. Yes, we do have a couple of trials out here for potential people. Let's take a look at our history. So yes, we did bring in Servando Carrasco. He is, I'm pretty happy with this as a depth pickup, as a DM and midfielder. I'm totally happy with him coming in on a free. I believe he's making 1.4. That's a little bit high for a depth player, but I'm happy with. Hopefully, he can contribute to the club. Salgado is off on loan to Harrisburg City Islanders. Not the $1 million transfer to Parma that I got last time around. Yes, Ledgerwood, he got waived. Loaned out Craig Johnson and Amino Abdallah to North Sound and U23s respectively. Ledgerwood is now sitting there as a free agent because he was just not worth it. Couldn't justify that at all. On the trades front, I don't think anything of major note has come here. We did get Victor Bernardez. I don't think, did that show up? I'm trying to remember if Bernardez was actually in the roster for the Toronto game. If I didn't mention it last time, we got Victor Bernardez away from San Jose. So that's, I'm going to call that my steal of this game. Remember last game, Dax McCarty showed up on the waiver draft, and I went, yes, please, thank you. And we have Victor Bernardez. Did he actually play in the opener against... He did not play in the opener against Toronto. He did, however, play against Columbus, put in a good performance, was on international duty against Houston, and played a decent run of form in the game against San Jose. So, let's move on to today's match against RSL. I'm going with the 4-2-3-1 at home. Not going to go with the 4-4-2 diamond. Pretty solid starting lineup, I think. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Everybody's more or less informed. Jazik's a bit of a worry, but what do you expect? He's getting up there. Only worth 14K. That's going to be something we have to address in the not-too-distant future, though Leveron's form has not been the best, which is why I am not playing him. So let's see how we do here. Unsurprisingly, the 4-4-2 narrow diamond there from RSL. I don't think there's any real changes I need to make there. Goran Olazabal sits on the bench, and away we go. I think do we want to counter? No, I think we want to go standard. I think we do want to play a standard game here. All right. Tough call. Yeah, well, hopefully I make it a little bit tougher. Marking Sabo. Nobody's marking Sabo or Espindola. Maybe we should do something about that. And also, we want to keep Javi Morales well under lock and key. And we'll go with that. We are the favorites here? Really? I don't think we're the favorites, Paul Ritchie. But, yeah, I don't think anyone's really going to believe that. But we'll see if I can inspire them a little bit. Oh, Kenny Miller believes me. And that's it. Oh, golly. Let's try and keep the ball here and exploit the flanks. We want to get outside on this narrow RSL formation. Let's see how we do. Vancouver in their white, RSL in their claret and cobalt. Gotta say, as far as colors go, that's good alliteration there, claret and cobalt. Long play here off the opening kick. We might actually get a chance out of this, but only get as far as Chris Schuler before that comes to an end. Meanwhile, Foot Baltimore having trouble getting around Tony Beltran, who gets it forward to Saborio. Saborio gets into area. Morales gets there, was off the post. Knighton slowed come off his line and nearly punished for it. Oh, that's not good. YP Lee up to Miller. Kobayashi to Miller. To YP Lee. To Rio Coker. Back to Lee. Bernardes to Kofi. As far as Jada Merritt placements go, Victor Bernardes is not bad at all. Jazik to Camilo. Camilo crosses off the bar, nearly in by a fluke of it. Miller tries to dance around 2 men in the box, but can't get it any further in. And Schuler clears. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Steven Beitashour was the big defensive signing for the Caps in the real world for the 2014 offseason, and I get a San Jose defender in the game, so that's a neat coincidence. Nice to say there by Kobayashi. Morales, though, is clear. Multiple chances and exceptional work there to keep the ball out. A little bit of help from the post. And it stays 0-all. RSL is out shooting us, which I do not like at all. I'm thinking we might have to disrupt their play a little bit here. A good work by Bernardes to head that away, but only as far as Wingert. Grabaway now back to Palmer. Wingert across to the area, not only as far as Bernardes, and Miller has it now. Looks upfield, but his pass hits Rio Coker. That's as far as Beltran. Interesting, I'm guessing it's an AI goof there. Morales shot is deflected, falls to a spindle. A great save by Knighton, getting his body in front of that. He's going to make that change there. So Wingert, oh, Camilo takes down Palmer, no call. Also going to give the instruction to Hassel and get stuck in. Because goodness knows, we need to disrupt them here. Keep going, guys. Oh, come on. I need you to get out there and win the game, please. Game winning needed. All right, what do we got here? All right, let's try that. All right. Oh, this is an early chance here for RSL off the opening kick, and a Spindler's shot is saved by Knighton, forcing the corner. I'm going to turn early crosses back on here. So having decent in the air, and a good poke there by Jazik to get the ball free. Grab before he gets rid of the warning there. Not looking good here. Maddox is just not having the best day in front of the net. So let's push Miller into that role, and we'll bring Tybert out right. Good game here for Rusin so far. Wingert gets himself a yellow. Right. Palmer gets himself a yellow, so we're starting to get them off their game here. Finley comes on for Spindola. I'm going to bring in Camargo. He's actually listed as a DMMAM. He can play anywhere, really. And I think I want him, though, in Kobayashi's role. I want him at the attack. Just gotta make sure we keep an eye on Findley here. Armando with the goal kick, short to Wingert. To Schuler, back over to Grabavoy. Pressure on here on Grabavoy. Gets it to Beckerman. Looks long, Roos intercepts that. It falls to Kofi. Kofi over top to Camilo, headed away. Gets it though. Back to Jazik. Jazik to Kofi to Jazik. On to Jazik. Finds Camilo. Dances to the area, takes a shot off the bar. Came close, and Wingert chops down Tybert well off the ball. No call. We're coming close here. Grabavoy making way on an injury. Do I bring in help? Yes, I think I do. We're going to go all attacking talent here. Bring Miller off. Let's see if we can change things with Hector Jimenez. Bernardez gets a little bit of a warning. Beltran gets a yellow and a dive from Jazik. Well, hate diving unless you're the one doing it. Long ball there from Knighton. Not as far as Borchers, but Kofi, whoever wins the ball. Looking for Jimenez, can't get it there. Beckerman to Morales. Looking for Findlay, does get to Saborio. Sabo! Shot blocked as 4 Whitecaps surrounded him. Wingert now, out wide. Crosses blocked, and that'll be a corner. Oh, keeping it close, but it's a little bit late to be giving up chances like this at home. Where's the ball? Thunders between multiple sets of legs before eventually being cleared. Far too close. All right. Let's go forward. Lee gets a card there. There's 3 minutes of extra time. Let's see if we can steal it here. We've worn them down. Here's the free kick from Morales. Saved by Knighton. He knocks the ball forward, but only as far as the ball. Palmer. To Beckerman, to Beltran. Jimenez intercepts. He'll run back to his own net. Back to Knighton. Jimenez is coming way deep for this ball. Goes forward to Jazik. And will Jimenez move up now? There he goes to Kofi. To Luis Camargo. Jimenez looking forward. He's found Camilo. Shot is saved by Raimondo and just goes over off the bar. That was close. Camargo with the crossing for Bernardez. Can't find him. 4 clear-cut chances for RSL. 3 blocked and 2 woodwork. And 1 clear-cut chance for Vancouver. There's a goal for Knighton, but that should be it. Barring some sort of miraculous play here, that should be another 0-0 draw. And that it is. Ooh, I would say all things considered, we did well to escape being scored on. But, our defenders are doing well, which is fine. But I need to start seeing production from up top. I may have to start looking for some strike support, because this is just not going well at all. Unlucky, boys. Although, let's be honest, we were pretty lucky not to get scored on there. Quick look at the standings here. 6 games played, 7 points out of 6 games. It's draw central. Leaving us in 7th, though well within striking distance of any of the playoff spots. Out east, it's a little more cut and dry as Houston, Columbus, and New York out to an early lead over DC, Toronto, and the rest. It's almost like the East is a weak conference or something. What? Who said that? Was that me? Oh my goodness. Alright. Held to a draw. Sammy Ochoa coming in on trial. Always good to have options here. I don't really have any major intention of signing him unless he turns out to be phenomenal. No. 2-star player. Not interested. It's not a bad residency player, is it? Woo. I'm just going to keep an eye on him, though. That's excellent current potential. Though I don't really have a solid midfielder. If he trains as a hold-in, like a defensive midfielder or attacking, that would be more interesting. But yeah, I kind of want to keep that roster spot open. Look at the registration here. We are currently sitting about, what is that, 1,800 below the cap. We do have roster space and DP space. We are full on internationals, and we could fit either of those two as a full-on salary player or as a reserve player. So again, we're not completely out of options here. I do gotta say, I like how I have loaded up on Academy products here. Got Riley O'Neill from the Highlanders, Victoria Highlanders. Might actually, you know what? I might put him in, get him a start. Because goodness, I think I just said we need help here. I might have Mane and Riley O'Neill put in for the next game. Yeah, really happy with the makeup domestic wise. Not so happy with the unfortunate lack of production. Oh, FC Dallas is next, currently sitting in 3rd. Get them in 7 days. We will see. Vacation. Oh, because they're overseas. That's right. Caleb Clark over at Augsburg. Simon Thomas over at Hamilton. Good times. So yes, we will see what we can do against our match against Dallas next time, after we take a look at the 2014 roster, We will check that out next time on Blue and White. My name is Rituro. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.